We gave teenagers smartphones. Did we rob them of an inner life? Johanna Leggatt. Teens, more than anyone, need time spent in solitude, where emotions are processed and the brain powers down. There are many reasons to fret about our relationship to technology, not least of which is the way smartphones, and their slot machine-like apps, have hooked us so thoroughly. Thanks to these miniature overlords, many of us now boast the attention span and manners of a toddler, and, like prisoners on parole, are physically incapable of moving about without our electronic monitoring devices on us at all times. When adults behave this way, it's depressing and odd, but when teenagers step into this world, not having known an alternative reality, the problem becomes a social concern. Health experts have warned of a spike in anxiety and depression in teenagers addicted to smartphones. In her piece in The Atlantic, psychology professor Jean M. Twenge argued there is a potential correlation between the uptake in smartphones among iGens, born between 1995 and 2012, and increasing rates of youth depression. She writes of kids who spend holidays hanging out with their friends online, while rarely leaving the bedroom, let alone the home. Her concerns seem to be shared by those she is speaking for. A 2018 Pew Research Center survey found that 54% of American teens say they spend too much time online. Recently, academics and researchers have argued that our fears about the influence of tech on teen well-being are overstated and the science inconclusive. Andrew Schabelsky, the director of research at the Oxford Internet Institute, OII, and Amy Orban, a researcher at the OR and lecturer in psychology at the Queen's College, University of Oxford, have previously argued, while it is true that some research suggests that young people who report higher social media use show slightly lower levels of well-being, most of these findings are unreliable and their conclusions might amount to little more than statistical noise. Meanwhile, the founder of the Stanford Social Media Lab, Jeff Hancock, most recently noted, if you compare the effects of your phone to eating properly or sleeping or smoking, it's not even close. But this does not mean we should let tech off the hook so easily. While it's important to not overstate teen tech addiction, nor assume adolescents are a homogeneous group with replica social media habits, it's worth being wary of what such widespread devotion to these devices represents. These days, it's harder for kids to disconnect. It's one thing to feel exhausted by the jostling for power in the social hierarchies during school hours, it is quite another to go home, retreat to your bedroom, log on to social media and discover there is in fact no end to your day. You weren't invited to that party. Your crush. For more on this story, visit the news article link.